Have you ever stopped to wonder whether the people who come into your life do so by chance? Or is there something deeper at play? What if every encounter you have, from the fleeting to the lasting, is part of a greater universal design that shapes your spiritual journey? According to Buddhist wisdom, no one crosses your path without purpose. Every interaction, no matter how small, holds an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. In this video, we'll dive into how these relationships, whether challenging or supportive, serve as mirrors of our own inner world and offer valuable lessons that guide us on the path of spiritual enlightenment. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll look at your relationships in a completely new way. The interwoven tapestry of life. Life can be likened to a vast, intricate tapestry, with each thread representing a connection or relationship we form. In Buddhism, it's believed that every connection, whether it's with a friend, family member, colleague, or even a stranger, is part of a greater cosmic dance. This dance is governed by the law of cause and effect, or karma, which teaches us that nothing happens by chance. Relationships in this context are not random events, but rather significant opportunities for spiritual growth and learning. In Buddhism, there's a profound understanding that every relationship serves as a mirror. Through these mirrors, we come to understand who we truly are, uncovering parts of ourselves we might otherwise never have seen. Every person you meet reflects something about your own nature, whether it's a quality that you possess, something you need to develop, or even something you need to let go of. These connections are not just incidental encounters, but spiritual signposts that guide us along our path. The power of karma. Every relationship has a purpose. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of karma is central. Karma refers to the actions we take, both in this life and in past lives, that create ripples in the universe. These ripples influence the course of our lives, bringing people and experiences into our world that are directly linked to our past actions, both positive and negative. This is why, according to Buddhism, no one enters your life by accident. The people you meet are part of a greater karmic design, a result of the actions you've taken in the past and the choices you make in the present. Karma doesn't just affect us individually, it affects our relationships too. In fact, relationships are one of the most direct expressions of karma. Each person who comes into our life, whether a close friend, a lover, a coworker, or even a passing acquaintance, represents a karmic connection. This means that these individuals have entered your life for a reason. They may be here to help you heal, grow, or even challenge you to confront unresolved issues from your past. Take, for example, the idea of a friendship that feels inexplicably deep or familiar. You may feel as though you've known the person for many lifetimes, and this sense of familiarity may come from the karmic bond you share. It's not by chance that your paths crossed. This connection may be the result of past life experiences where you shared a bond that was carried over into this lifetime. On the other hand, a difficult relationship might stir emotions or conflicts that seem disproportionate to the situation at hand. These challenging dynamics are often the result of unresolved karmic imprints, presenting an opportunity to resolve past issues and grow spiritually. Relationships as opportunities for self-discovery. In Buddhism, every person we encounter is seen as a mirror, reflecting aspects of ourselves that we may not otherwise see. This can be both a beautiful and uncomfortable process, as it forces us to look at the parts of ourselves that we may not want to acknowledge. A kind and supportive friend, for example, might reflect back to us the qualities of compassion, trust, and empathy. They remind us of our ability to be loving and open-hearted. A difficult colleague or family member, on the other hand, may reflect our own struggles with patience, forgiveness, or boundaries. Instead of resenting these difficult people, Buddhism teaches us to approach these situations with mindfulness and curiosity, asking ourselves what lessons can be learned. Even brief interactions, like a passing smile from a stranger, can teach us valuable lessons. In Buddhism, these fleeting encounters remind us of our shared humanity and interconnectedness. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can shift our perspective to, "What can I learn from this experience?" This shift in mindset transforms every relationship, every encounter into a stepping stone towards spiritual awakening. The difficult relationships, catalysts for spiritual growth. Not all relationships are easy. In fact, many can be deeply painful and challenging. These difficult relationships often push us to our limits, forcing us to confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and attachments. In Buddhism, even the most challenging relationships are seen as catalysts for spiritual growth. They offer us the opportunity to face and release old patterns that no longer serve us. Consider the example of a tumultuous relationship. It may bring up intense emotions such as anger, jealousy, or fear. These emotions may seem disproportionate to the situation, but Buddhism teaches us that these feelings are signals. Signals that we are being given the chance to heal old wounds and confront unresolved issues. Rather than avoiding or suppressing these emotions, Buddhism encourages us to embrace them with mindfulness and acceptance. By doing so, we can transform these difficult experiences into opportunities for self-discovery and personal growth. Think of the lotus flower, a powerful symbol in Buddhism. The lotus grows from the mud, emerging into a beautiful, pure flower. Similarly, our most challenging relationships can be likened to the mud, messy, uncomfortable, and difficult. But they can also help us bloom into our true selves if we approach them with patience, acceptance, and mindfulness. Viewing all relationships as opportunities for spiritual awakening. By adopting the Buddhist perspective on relationships, we begin to see every person we meet as a teacher. Whether they bring us joy or challenge, each individual has something to offer us. The key is to approach each relationship with an open heart and mind, viewing it as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. We may not always understand the lessons we are meant to learn in the moment, but by trusting the process, we can be sure that every relationship has a purpose. Whether you're dealing with a close friend who supports you, a difficult coworker who challenges you, or even a stranger you briefly encounter, all of these relationships are part of a greater cosmic plan. They are all part of the intricate tapestry of your life, each thread carefully woven into place to help you grow and evolve spiritually. The path to spiritual enlightenment. Through relationships. As we navigate through life, we will encounter many relationships, some uplifting, others challenging. The key to understanding these relationships lies in recognizing their deeper purpose. In Buddhism, relationships are not just about emotional connections or social bonds. They are about spiritual awakening. Each person who enters our lives does so with a purpose, whether to teach us a lesson, challenge us, or help us grow. The next time you encounter a difficult relationship, instead of asking, "Why me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can transform even the most challenging relationships into opportunities for spiritual growth. And by embracing the wisdom that Buddhism offers, we can learn to navigate our relationships with greater mindfulness, compassion, and understanding. In the next segment of this video, we'll explore how to apply this understanding of relationships to heal from past wounds and create new, transformative connections. Stay with me as we continue to dive deeper into the Buddhist teachings on relationships and how they can lead to spiritual enlightenment. Why challenging relationships are the key to spiritual growth. Vertical bar Buddhist wisdom explained. Have you ever wondered why some relationships seem so difficult yet leave you feeling transformed in the end? What if those tough connections are actually the key to unlocking your spiritual growth? And could embracing pain in relationships really be the path to wisdom? In this video, we'll explore how Buddhist wisdom teaches us to navigate challenging relationships with grace and compassion, and how letting go can lead to deeper peace and understanding. Stick with us and discover how to turn life's hardest connections into your greatest spiritual teachers. The beauty in challenging relationships. Have you ever found yourself in a relationship that feels like it's dragging you through mud? It's tough, messy, and full of pain. But believe it or not, it might just be the very soil where your spiritual growth is nurtured. In Buddhism, we learn that challenging relationships are not obstacles, but opportunities for transformation. By embracing these difficulties with courage and compassion, we can turn pain into wisdom. Just like a lotus flower that blooms out of the mud, we too can grow and emerge stronger from the challenges we face in our relationships. One of the most profound teachings of Buddhism is the impermanent nature of all things, including our relationships. Just like the seasons change, so do the people in our lives. People come and people go. Holding on to the idea of permanence in relationships can lead us to suffering. But when we learn to let go, we begin to embrace the present moment and appreciate the time we have with each person in our life. Letting go doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we acknowledge that everything has its own natural course. Some connections will last a lifetime, while others may be brief but incredibly impactful. By accepting the impermanence of relationships, we can approach them with gratitude instead of fear. This shift in perspective allows us to cherish each moment without becoming attached to the outcome. It frees us from the anxiety of trying to control or hold on to people, and helps us create space for new connections to grow. Navigating relationships with mindfulness and compassion. Buddhist wisdom offers practical guidance for navigating our relationships with greater awareness and love. The first step is cultivating loving kindness. This means wishing others well, regardless of how they treat you. It might sound difficult, especially when someone has hurt you, but it dissolves anger and resentment, replacing them with empathy and understanding. Loving kindness allows us to respond to others with an open heart, instead of reacting from a place of hurt. Next, we practice mindfulness, being fully present in our interactions. This means listening deeply, speaking thoughtfully, and responding with intention. Instead of allowing ourselves to react impulsively, mindfulness helps us to pause, reflect, and choose our responses with care. It allows us to communicate with clarity and compassion, rather than letting our emotions drive our actions. The third step is embracing forgiveness. Holding on to grudges only weighs us down and keeps us stuck in the past. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is an act of self-liberation. It frees us from the burden of anger and creates space for healing and reconciliation. When we forgive others, we are not excusing their actions, but rather we are choosing to let go of the negativity that holds us captive. It's a powerful way to reclaim our peace. Lastly, we show self-compassion. Relationships can be tough, and you won't always handle them perfectly. When things go wrong, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Just as we forgive others, we must also forgive ourselves for the mistakes we make. Self-compassion helps us grow from our challenges rather than beating ourselves up over them. Embracing gratitude in every connection. Every connection in our lives, whether joyful or painful, fleeting or enduring, is a gift. Each person who enters our life teaches us valuable lessons that we might not have learned otherwise. Even the most challenging relationships have value. They push us to grow in unimaginable ways. When we approach relationships with gratitude, we begin to see the beauty in each connection, no matter how imperfect. Gratitude is the key to unlocking the deeper wisdom in every relationship. By cultivating a sense of appreciation for the people in our lives, we become more patient, compassionate, and understanding, not just toward others, but also toward ourselves. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, allowing us to create deeper and more meaningful connections. In the end, relationships are not about what we can gain from others, but what we can give. By bringing mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom into our interactions, we create connections that uplift and inspire. We leave a positive imprint on the world and the people we meet, and in turn, we open ourselves up to the incredible spiritual growth that comes from every relationship. Conclusion. Embrace the wisdom of relationships. So the next time you find yourself in a difficult relationship, remember this. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and every person you meet is a teacher on your spiritual path. Embrace the wisdom that these relationships offer and see how they transform you. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content on Buddhist wisdom and spiritual growth. Tap the bell icon to stay updated with our latest uploads and share these teachings with others who may benefit. Thank you for watching, and remember, each relationship is a stepping stone toward your highest self.